Okay, so this is going to be the next car. I've liked these ever since I was a kid. And I finally got one. Didn't know I'd ever want one until I knew I wanted one. It is kind of cool. It's a 71 squareback. Oh, it's straight. Doesn't have any rust. It has new pans on it. Has a leaky tire problem. That's why the spare's on there. But it looks pretty nice, I think. You know, for what it is. It'll be a good one to stick the family in and the dog. Came with a sewing machine I was going to give my father-in-law to give to his wife. For some reason, they like doing that. Or he likes doing that. I don't know how it goes. But either way, there's sewing machines over there, and there are a lot of them. But it has a nice dash. You know, you lift up on this thing, and there's no cracks anywhere. Nothing's trashed. It's pretty cool. It was orange, apparently. I like the white better. It's doesn't have an engine in it right now. Doesn't have any seats either. The engine for it is over here. Look out, Charlie. Look out. This is what I got with it. This thing turns freely. It's a 1600 dual port, dual relief. It's everything you'd want to build. I'm going to turn it into a 92 by 78.8. Scat makes those cranks, so you see 78, 78.4. Scat makes a 78.8. That's what I'm going to do. And I have some 92 millimeter thick walls that I pulled off the 1835. That was the first engine I ever tore apart. That was in my it was in that Baja right over there. That's what it was in. Now that Baja's got a 1968. I saved everything out of that thing I could. And I just didn't know I could save the pistons and jugs. But I have them. So I'll re-ring them, use them, get the case cut, clearance it myself, do some dual IDFs on it, just some 40s, you know, be a nice little torquer. That's what it'll be. This thing has a 2-inch lift on it, making it pretty easy to do a taller air cleaner in it. One of the guys at the club I belong to in Boise here, called German Speed. There's a couple of Type 3s there. And he was showing me that on his, which is pretty cool. Now, let me get this up. Where those mounts are there. He made some custom ones so he could drop the engine down lower. And his isn't lifted like mine. And he did that so he could make the IDFs he runs on there easier to deal with. And I thought that was a pretty good idea. And since I have the 2-inch lift, I imagine I can do that just a little bit better and have a taller air cleaner on there. Maybe run the 2.5 like I do on that on the Baja over there. That seems to work out pretty good for it. I can put an 1 3/4 on it too, and it does either one just fine. People will freak out and trip and go, man, that's too small. Whatever. But anyway, that's the plan. I think it's a good plan. Can't do anything about it yet. Got to wait. There's another project that's got to be finished first. And it's right over there. That's our new house. And it's ready for inspection. And then insulation and drywall, paint. Got some cabinets I'm going to go buy in a couple weeks. So that's not too far behind. That's going to be awesome to freaking move into. It really, this is quite a bummer to stare at it and not live in it, because who doesn't want to live in it? I do. This is the other one I picked up. I just originally wanted to flip it. But my wife heard about it and went, oh my gosh, I love fastbacks. And I went, dang it. So now I got a fastback I got to fix up. Has everything, has a glass inside of it, has all the fenders. This has to be put back together. This thing, whoever had this was a real goofball, which is just typical, apparently, because, you know, there was so many oddball, crazy, silly things that were on that Baja that I could make a video about that, about all the things that were installed backwards and upside down and sideways. I told the wife that, oh, yeah, and so, you know, we got that dune buggy right there. I just finished the engine building it because, there again, whoever put that thing together was an absolute doofus. And, yeah, that was fun to work through and figure out, rebuild. This one here, I just did bearings, polished the crank, you know, just did the cheapest sort of build I could do on it to make it run, and it runs. So that's cool. That's all my wife wanted. It's hers, it's not mine. I'm not a fan of dune buggies. She likes them. And that's her 59 that started the whole thing. She's had that, well, it was hers when she was a teenager, and it was her dad's before that, and it was her grandfather's before that, and he bought it new. So that's pretty cool to think of how long that's been in her family. And it's pretty much original. You know, it's got some fenders and hood or deck lid and trunk lid or whatever you want to call it, right, that are different because it was involved in an accident. But there's other parts for it that are scattered here about the farm that can put it back to the original 59. And I think that's what she's going to want to do. That's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm happy to have this again. This here, not again, but you know, but I get what I'm saying. I'm excited about this. This is going to be freaking cool. Just had to share. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.